Imagine waking up to find out that your own president just branded you as a terrorist. Not because you hurt anyone, not because you broke the law, but because you believe that fascism has no place here in the United States. That's what happened to me yesterday. And if you believe in democracy, free speech, or equal rights, that's going to happen to you. My name is Chris Goldsmith. I'm an American combat veteran, former U.S. Army Sergeant, and I run Veterans Fighting Fascism and Task Force Butler Institute. And today, because I call myself an anti-fascist, Donald Trump wants you to believe that I am a terrorist. At 1:30 in the morning yesterday, when he was on an official state visit to the UK, Trump tweeted on Timu Twitter, Truth Social, that he intends to formally designate Antifa as a terrorist organization. Let's be clear, there is no one Antifa organization. Anti-fascism is a movement, an idea, a commitment to standing against authoritarianism. And right now, this administration is trying to turn that into a crime. Why now? The assassination of Charlie Kirk has been weaponized to escalate their crackdown on dissent. Kirk's death was tragic, but instead of unity, this administration is exploiting grief and fear as a pretext for repression. Days ago, J.D. Vance turned Kirk's partisan political podcast into state-sponsored media, broadcasting from the White House. And he and Stephen Miller pledged retribution against the left, Democrats, progressives, and against civil society. Then, ABC suspended Jimmy Kimmel's show after getting threats from Trump's FCC. These aren't coincidences. They're steps in the authoritarian playbook. And powerful institutions are already folding. Around the world, authoritarian leaders label their opposition as terrorists and traitors. Mussolini, Pinochet. And we have a history of this in the US too. Senator McCarthy is infamous for smearing all of his political opponents as communists. And after 9/11, the war on terror cast entire communities as suspect. And that's what we're seeing right now. Antifa is just the new label for anyone who opposes Trumpism. Teachers, journalists, LGBTQ activists, librarians, veterans like me, all can be swept up into this category where Antifa becomes synonymous with terrorist. And once you're marked, the normal protections of law no longer apply. My work and the work of Veterans Fighting Fascism is about preventing violence, not causing it. We partnered with law enforcement, prosecutors, and community organizations so that we can track fascist groups, stop hate crimes, and support victims. Meanwhile, Trump has completely gutted federal prevention programs. DHS's CP3 lost its director, its staff, and has been decimated. The old director, William Braniff, an Army veteran, resigned in protest, and leadership was given to a 22-year-old named Thomas Fugate, a Doge-related staffer, with the sole purpose of destroying the organization. Again, that is at the Department of Homeland Security and responsible for working with communities that need protection from political violence. As Bill Braniff warned, we had built the system to prevent violence before it started, and that's been dismantled overnight. That's not safety, it's sabotage. And people like my friend Nina Jankowicz, they were harassed out of public service before Trump even got back into power. And all that she was doing was trying to protect Americans from harmful disinformation. Darren Beattie, a white supremacist now in the State Department, uses his office to punish those who expose disinformation. He's targeted me personally in the past. The Trump administration punishes defenders of democracy and rewards people who attack it. Just look at how Trump has treated political violence since January. On his first day back, he pardoned nearly 1,600 January 6 defendants, including many who assaulted police officers on video, and he called them hostages while they were locked up. Trump demanded military honors for Ashley Babbitt, the veteran who died trying to break deeper into the Capitol on January 6th. He praised her as a martyr. And after Kirk's killing, he told reporters, quote, "We have to beat the hell out of radical left lunatics." Donald Trump knows the power of his words. He knows that that is incitement. The message is clear. Commit violence on behalf of Trump and you're celebrated. Resist Trump and you're branded as a terrorist. Ordinary citizens are paying the price for this. Harassment, doxing, firings. Institutions are silencing critics before they even speak. This is authoritarianism, not just punishing dissent, but creating fear so that people silence themselves. But anti-fascism isn't some foreign idea. It's core to America's identity. The men in my family from my grandfather's generation, they fought Nazis and fascists in Germany and Italy. I fought in Iraq. And Veterans Fighting Fascism carries that tradition forward here at home. That's why we launched the Anti-Fascist Book Club. It's more than reading. It's about building resilient communities, which are rooted in solidarity and action. Small, independent groups can defend democracy, just as they always have. I proudly wear the Antifa label. And if you're in a position to do the same, you should claim it too. The more of us who stand together, the harder it becomes to target any of us. Veterans Fighting Fascism is also releasing new merch that symbolizes the spirit of standing up to authoritarianism, no matter the risk. Trump wants you to believe that anti-fascism is terrorism. The truth is that anti-fascism is patriotism. It's the legacy of the greatest generation, the tradition of every American who faced down tyranny. Anti-fascism isn't a threat to America, it is America at its best. I refuse to be silenced, and I hope you'll stand with me. Make sure that you're subscribed to On Offense, start an anti-fascist book club, support Veterans Fighting Fascism, and above all, don't let them scare you into silence. Visit veteransfightingfascism.org to learn more about how to start your own anti-fascist book club.